We represent Nessa Tires. We have 2 locations, and also we got
artisanal store. So I'm just bringing stuff from Mexico. I just work directly with the artisans in Mexico.
Well, Nessa Tires started it in Oakland, California in 2011. When I moved to the U.S., I worked in a tire shop. So at some point, it's kind of like we kind of ready for something else, So we started selling used tires to the people close to us with a couple containers. We get them in a good deal. So when we know the people who sell the containers in California, so we probably do for a year.
We come in Wichita because my sister, she's coming a long time ago, maybe 20 years ago, and she explained me how easy it looks like in Wichita to do business. One day you just come in for vacation, and then I'm just looking around, and well, I like Wichita, but after that we gone back, and we talk about it. It's pretty hard change because we're coming from California, so we have a child growing there and things like that. We come in, one day my sister called me, you know what, it's a kind of spot here in Maple in Meridian, and I'm just coming on July on 2011. So we are here on July, but on August we take the shop and we're moving everything.
In 1 month we decided to move to Wichita. So it was a kind of big decision, quick decision about it, but I think we not regret it. Wichita gave us a lot of opportunity to us, and then start a business. Obviously, it was hard, but Nessa Tires started with couple stop and buys, vacations for a week or so, and then
we are here from 2011. Well, looks like easy, but it's not. People ask us, what is Nessa? The real name is Nessa Walcoyot. I know it's pretty hard. But this is the name of the city we grew up. Well, I'm just immigrated in 1995. I'm just work a lot to get in the money. Like, we don't take vacations and things like that, just to take the money and then, ¿cómo se dice, right? Like, sometimes save the money. Well, right now we can, but on those days we can ask for any, ¿cómo se dice, loan? No, loans. Yeah. And nothing like that. So you use the work and save the money and dreaming.
And my thinking was like, okay, yeah, then I think we need to do something different. And then honestly, I'm going to say this not because she's here, but she always pushed me extra. At some point she told me, like, it's good. I think it's a good opportunity. Second time she came, I just come for 2 days and saw the shop where we at now. And then it was like, I feel okay, I feel comfortable. It's not that much money. In that time, it wasn't that much rent. Coming from California to here, comparing rents and everything's kind of like a huge difference. Not now, but before, yes, a huge difference.
When I come from Mexico City to USA, of course I feel afraid about the language. Everything is totally different, but on my mind, I just was thinking, you know what, that is why I'm coming, because I really want to do something better to me. On those days, I don't have any kids and nothing like that. It's just like about me. To me, it's pretty hard when you move from one country to other one, and even when you are super young. So you don't have any chance to be afraid again. So, and right now, I'm just taking the decision not only about me or for me, even for my child. So that is why it's pretty excited. And here in Wichita, the opportunity, I don't want to say California is no good place to do business or whatever, but it's real expensive. And of course, you need a status. So we get the status about migration when we come here in Wichita, and those change everything. In California, you don't have any chance. So right now, when we come in, we have the dream, like example, to buy a house, we all own it. In California, we can. Your mind is completely changed when you start growing. That's what I'm saying. So we are a team, even with my child, even with my nephew, because he's a partner in the Nessa Tires too. His parents, they live in Mexico. So he's racing with me and my family. He's like my son right now, And we work together, and that's what I'm saying. So to me, well, I'm in the business all the time. So Wichita is just next level, And that is why I'm feeling when I'm in California and when I come here in Wichita, and I'm saying, you know what, that's the place and that's the point, and we made it. So we really do the American dream here in Wichita. So people really like handmade. And of course, this is the artisan. Artisans means in Mexico, that's indigenous people. These persons, they survive from this, sewing dresses, sewing shoes, and things like that. To me, it's really important to keep doing with my culture. So I'm just found them maybe 5 years ago. And when I bring that, it's not only a dress or shawl or whatever. This is part of my people in Mexico, and I really feel proud about to share this in Wichita. And even right now, so the store is still, Aztecas Boutique is not mine right now. I'm just selling, but I just keep with Friducha. Friducha means it's about Frida Kahlo. And then I'm just keep this store because I just can close my store. Even right now, this is pretty small, but I just want to keep doing. So to me, it's a pleasure to do business with my indigenous people in Mexico.
When we started business, we don't know nothing about. We know we have to pay tax. We know we have to pay stuff, but we never know how to manage money. Obviously, she's good to save money, but after you got money, you don't know what to do with it. I mean, not to do, but like how to invest it, So put it back in, and then you have to do this, or how I can make more. Because business is basically related to how to grow up. But for me, seeing people in needs is kind of like, I can help. Sometimes I can help, Oh, one tire, okay. Or one patch, So that's pushed me up to try to keep growing up also because people know who I am. People know, like, I own a business, but it's not like I don't gonna help. So these business give us, I'm gonna talk about both of us, they give us opportunity to give back to the community. So I think my more satisfactory way to grow up is that I learned it how to help. It's not everything just gain. No, you have to give some back, and make me feel good.
I'm part of the board of the Wichita Hispanic Chamber, like Sample, and Sister Cities, and boards like that. Of course, I'm just really growing like on personal and about the business because I don't have any idea like Sample, like public relationships like Sample. That's the thing I usually am doing. And of course, we donate money. We know that we donate time. We are part of the sponsors and things like that. Of course, this is not only part of the business. It's part of the donations. It's part of the involved in the massive events like Sample, and people looks the logo, looks how hard we doing for not just for the business, even for the community. To me, in our business, the first person is our workers, because otherwise we can't make it. Sometimes people say, oh, the customer is first. To me, not. And even for our company, I think he's agree with that. Of course, we need our customers, but our workers is our family.
Probably the people that don't understand about the business was, when you buy a used tire, you always got a risk about something. Maybe you got a patch. A risk means maybe you got a patch. Somebody else used it before. So we bought it from somebody. So we're the middle guys. So people don't understand, like, okay, I bought a used tire, whatever it cost me, but it's going to give me 3 years, 2 years. Basically, they don't understand about warranties, You bought a new tire, you expecting they give you, you hear like, they give you 60,000 miles warranty on a tire. Yes, they give you 60,000 miles, but you have to take care of that. And worse than about suspension or working on your shocks and everything is the same thing, You just change parts and you think you're gonna drive your car straight. That's the hard part because they don't really understand because you do something doesn't mean you're gonna be like new car. No, it doesn't no more, Everybody made mistakes. We make mistakes during this point too. Try to make some different stuff. We try to sell cars and all like that. I think we don't really that much luck on it. I think the lesson is just believe what you're doing and just keep going. The first three years is is the hard part because you have to. Well, in my case or our case, you have to be there in the morning till night. You don't know what time on the leave. Like I never stop learn it. I try to just keep doing different stuff. Now it's different ways I want to go with the shop.
It's not only to me. It's not about only the business. I don't know if you guys know about Mercadito Hispano in Nomar, like what I'm saying, 2018. Me and Nancy Olivas was the one in the front. And on those days, we have maybe 25 new entrepreneurs, 25. All of them is Latino or Hispanic community. Most of them, I don't want to say any name, but most of them, they don't have status, like immigration stuff. I'm very grateful for those opportunities because on those days we have, I'm going to say maybe 25, I'm sorry. Of course, we're pushing with Nessa Tires, we're pushing with Free Ducha or Aztecas Boutique on those days. But we teach them with management classes and things like that. If you want to be entrepreneur, it's not for all the persons. You will have to take the character and you have to take the passion. That's the main thing. Because you don't have that, probably you need to stop because you have to be brave. And with those all 50 business, we help with all these classes and management and accounting, and we show up media and things like that. And that's what I say. If you are entrepreneur, so you have the chance to provide all this to new entrepreneurs, and to me, that's really successful.
But always believe in yourself. Always believe you're gonna make it. You never think like, oh, I'm not gonna make it because somebody is next to me. Okay, no, you think about what you do, how's your value on your work. I got value on my work. Like people are gonna come to you and say, oh, I can do better, I can do cheaper over there. Okay, yeah, my knowledge has to know. So if you're ready for a business, you're ready to, because you got knowledge or something. So believe in what you can do and believe you can do better and more. You're never gonna stop doing different stuff. So I think it's gonna be the knowledge. Just believe in you and do what you have to do for you and your family, and always thinking about that. You're doing for you and your family, nothing else.